instead of Mutalisks to deal with any air units that KiWiKaKi might be building. Obviously, Kiwi did move in a little earlier with this Void Ray and showed his hand, so to speak. Corruptors actually do extra damage against Massive, and guess what? This mothership is quite large, a bit fat, if you will. Your mama ship is so fat. Ooh, no detection in place for MorroW, though, so these Stalkers, many Stalkers and Void Ray are going to be safe under the protection of this mothership. Those Corruptors are not going to be able to kill this thing off fast enough for all of these Stalkers to you know, just ignore. So the Stalkers obviously would kill the Corruptors before they can take down your big fat mama ship. But these double expands here about to come up now. Income should still be pretty close. KiWiKaKi actually pulls way ahead. He's got 7 more workers on 3 bases than MorroW does with 5 bases. That is just incredible, and really there's no need to go beyond 75 workers at any one time. His main should be mining out at some point, but there's really not a ton of aggression in this game. Both players just stacking their upgrades here. We see Zerg missile attacks level 2, air attacks level 1, 5 drones coming out. KiWiKaKi is starting to move now with a lot of Blink Stalkers, using that Void Ray and that Observer to gain vision up on the higher ground. A couple of Stalkers were left down at the bottom. That kind of sucks for KiWiKaKi, but he's going to be able to take out this layer, which is awesome for KiWiKaKi. And here we see them blink over, target firing the Spire as MorroW's troops finally start to arrive, and now that that Spire was gunned down, a nice mass recall by KiWiKaKi. Here we see the straggling Stalkers were taken out there, and now we also see these Zealots over here on the left side of the map taking out this hatchery that is base number 4 for MorroW, and they are not going to be hindered here. MorroW way too slow to react to this. He loses a lair and a hatchery there in that great two-pronged attack from KiWiKaKi. We saw this pylon finally get some action and get the Zealots warped in. So the mothership, you know, being very motherly to its Stalker army, just waits for them to kill off certain targets and brings them home immediately. So KiWiKaKi actually didn't lose hardly anything there. If we look at units lost, oh, KiWiKaKi actually does have more resources lost, but I'm not sure that counts, that takes into account the hatchery and the lair timing there, and this lair is being made here at the natural to replace that main base one as quickly as possible. I don't see another Spire coming up yet. I don't think he built one just yet. MorroW is now looking to do a counterattack. He didn't really kill off many Stalkers at all, except for the stragglers who missed the blink and then missed the mass recalls. Ooh, the detection, if there was any, just got sucked into a vortex. I don't see any Overseers here, so MorroW still playing it kind of... Oh, well, he actually can't build Overseers, of course, because his lair just now finished, so he does need to build some Overseers now that that's done. The vortex ends, and just the 3 or 4 units that were in there pop out. KiWiKaKi showing us now his great Stalker, Blink Stalker Micro. This mothership is going to come under fire by all these Corruptors. Not going to last. These guys have their... ooh, they don't even have +1 attacks. He killed that Spire before that upgrade could finish. Oh, and a mothership being rebuilt immediately, this time at the gold base. Yes, at the gold base instead of the main. So, ooh, MorroW actually losing a couple of roaches needlessly there. Anyway, KiWiKaKi doing quite good here, keeping his units alive. He's using the Protoss abilities, Recall and Blink to their utmost, keeping all of these units alive. Here we see a big encounter coming on. KiWiKaKi needs a Blink to get away from there, and now we see he is forming a concave here against all of these many Hydras of MorroW. They're at 2-0, but the Stalkers are already at 2-1, so KiWiKaKi winning the upgrade battle. He's already got mass numbers here as well. More Hydralisks coming in from the top, but it looks like KiWiKaKi is going to have enough numbers here to actually deal with these as well. The Corruptors can't really do anything except spam Corrupt. They can't actually do any damage, so once these Hydras are gone, they're going to have to run away. KiWiKaKi still alive with a sizable force here. 142 supply against 159 of MorroW. MorroW was building double digits roaches there, something like 30 roaches, and now we see them start to flood here to the front lines. That Observer overhead still helping KiWiKaKi kill off creep tumors one by one. Now we see this excellent Blink Micro yet again, keeping his army preserved. Almost nothing is dying here on KiWiKaKi's side, where we can see MorroW losing roach after roach, Hydra after Hydra. This upgrade's certainly helping still. 2-1 against 2-0. These Corruptors flying around aimlessly. Now we see double-digit Hydralisks being made. 19 Hydralisks there a second ago, 26 Zerglings, and the second mothership for KiWiKaKi is about to spawn. Here, we'll actually watch it and see if it actually lags the game when it spawns. Just a few more seconds. Actually didn't lag the game for me too much. That might just be because it's a replay and not actually a live game, but that mothership, so menacing, cloaking everything underneath it. It's just cool to watch, like, all the stuff under it as it enters the cloaking field there. Even the icon, if you look down in the bottom right, the icon for cloaking field actually looks pretty cool as well. It's like half exposed, half cloaked. And this whole time while KiWiKaKi's been attacking and recalling and blinking and keeping all his stalkers alive like a friggin' boss, he's actually expanded down at the bottom 2 locations as well. So KiWiKaKi's on 5 bases, MorroW is on 5 bases, and KiWiKaKi is still remaining the aggressor here. He doesn't even have enough energy on that mothership to do anything yet, just bringing it along for its cloaking ability. Overseer is being morphed now for MorroW, and he's getting just a ton of Zerglings and Infestors right now. And Infestors are good against Blinkstalkers, holds them in place for all these Hydras to get a concave on and all these Lings to try and get surrounds on. Unfortunately for MorroW, this mothership is cloaking everything still. It goes down to the many, many Hydralisks, and KiWiKaKi here with this giant blinkable army may or may not be okay. He needs to start getting on those blinks if he's going to be okay here. No air units for MorroW means that he has to get past these visibility blockers to be able to kill anything. KiWiKaKi leaves a couple of Stalkers behind once again. He can clean that up a little bit. He might be able to save some Stalkers there in the future. Warping in a ton of Zealots right now. They do not have charge from the Twilight Council, although there is one on the map. Now a Robotics Bay coming, so soon he'll have cloaked Colossi, perhaps. That would be quite fun to watch. 3-1 upgrades here for KiWiKaKi's army. Oh, did he warp in again? I will just make sure I picture that, and all these Zealots being fungal growth, easily killed off by these Hydralisks, obviously. They're not going to be able to attack. KiWiKaKi attacking once again with his major army of Stalkers and Zealots, killing off that Infestor there. Lots and lots of Lings trying to get their surrounds. Actually, MorroW looks like he's got a little bit of an advantage, but this single Infestor here does not have enough energy for a fungal growth, so they are able to blink away. He just leaves those Zealots there to die so that he can ensure these Stalkers get away easily. Zerg missile attacks level 3 coming, armor level 2, 21 Hydralisks being made, and an Ultralisk Cavern. He got that hive up while we were watching the action. Mothership number 3 is on its way here, folks. More Sentry Stalkers, Colossi being made, Robotics Facility, Zealot Charge, Protoss Armor level 2, Thermal Lances. Like I said earlier, both of these players are very, very good about their upgrades. KiWiKaKi building a single cannon here to get rid of this annoying Overlord. Yeah, both players just doing what they can to maintain an advantage over their enemy. Ventral Sacks being upgraded now, and Spore Crawlers being built for MorroW, so it looks like he's getting some Overlord drops in the works. Ultralisk coming out now means that he can do Ultra drops, would just be incredibly sick. This Overlord also gets chased away by a single cannon, doesn't quite get the kill on it. Thermal Lance is only about halfway done. Chitinous Plating for those Ultralisks just starting. No melee attacks have been upgraded yet, I don't believe. Let me look at a Zergling here. Oh, he does have +1 melee attacks. Oh, another Mothership coming. Here it is, being chrono boosted out for the 3rd time this game. Mothership number 3. You're not my real mom. Get it? Because it's like KiWiKaKi's 3rd mama ship. And sometimes children have issues with step-parents. You'll laugh later when you realize how funny it is. Anyway, MorroW at 198 supply, not really much else he can do except upgrade things. KiWiKaKi at 173 supply. Let's take a look at the income, why don't we? 83 probes from KiWiKaKi, 63 drones from MorroW. It is amazing to me that KiWiKaKi is able to stay ahead on Harvesters this entire time. Now with a 3rd mothership out, he is reaching max. He needs a couple more warp-in cycles. Actually, maybe it looks like he is going to focus on Colossi, so he doesn't want to warp in anymore. He just wants to get these Colossi out. He's already got 3 on the field here. Let's just look at the units tab to compare really quick. I'll let you guys just look at that. Really, it's Stalkers against Hydralisks at this point, with the mothership making a big difference, obviously, with the cloaking. How many Overseers do you see on this list, ladies and gentlemen? 0. That's right. The only detection MorroW has at all are a couple of Spore Crawlers, and now a Spire coming up again to get more Corruptors. We saw how fast those Corruptors killed that first mothership. Oh, here we see a double drop, so I'm going to watch the top. I'm going to picture-in-picture the bottom, and I might have to double picture-in-picture that main army getting in there as well. We'll see what happens. Here we see good fungals here against these Stalkers, preventing them from going anywhere, but KiWiKaKi easily has the numbers here to kill off all those Hydralisks. Now we'll look at the main army. Ultralisks moving in the front, Mothership coming in from the side with 4 cloaked Colossi. Vortex goes down, trapping a lot of those Hydralisks. Even more get fed in there. MorroW not being too careful about that. Hydralisk getting just melted down before they're able to take out that mothership. MorroW intentionally dumps an Ultralisk into that vortex, and KiWiKaKi intentionally dumps a bunch of units in there after it. All the Colossi nuking down those Hydralisks and Ultralisks very, very quickly, now with their 3-2 upgrades, and that attack down at the bottom was just really, really ineffective, as KiWiKaKi was able to warp in a bunch of zealots with a ton of money that he actually still has. Is mothership number 4 coming along? No, it doesn't look like it. Instead, KiWiKaKi is just going to counterattack. He's got 194 supply against 145 of MorroW. These hugely upgraded Colossi and all these Stalkers able to blink mean that KiWiKaKi can basically ignore terrain here and just stomp through the remaining remnants of MorroW's army. MorroW GG's out of there. Actually, mothership number 4 was on its way, so KiWiKaKi showing us some nice mothership play. MorroW a little bit silly at times, not building as many Overseers as he probably should have. Obviously, Stalkers would have focus fired them very quickly, but you know, more Overseers are better than no Overseers. And KiWiKaKi takes that game in pretty extraordinary fashion. I know that I love seeing a mothership hit the field, especially in games between really, really good players, so I hope you guys enjoyed that as well.